Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of J. Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our boys had made their way to the planet Vaporius, looking for the next star map and hopefully something to help recoup their recent financial losses. Luckily, they managed to stumble upon one of the oldest, most profitable forms of trade, drug trafficking. Here, in one of the largest cities on the planet, a priest king by the name of Wouter has access to an extremely addicting, seemingly non-harmful source of narcotics, their water. The only catch? Jay and Andrew just need to murder several innocent Imperial priests to complete the trade. Will they bend their morals for the sake of some coin? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, just turned you back on. Glad they let us outside. It was getting a little weird in there.
Yeah, it's a very weird energy when they throw a priest down and tell you that you need to kill him. They tore him away, too. I think they just put him back into their dungeon.
Yeah, that would have been really awkward if they had asked us to kill him, like, right then and there, you know? That would have been real rough.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how I would have handled that situation, but I definitely was leaning towards just killing everyone else in the room.
Right, I mean, because a defenseless priest of the Imperium, but also, I mean, like, the tough thing is we really need this. We really need this trade agreement.
We do, but we also don't need it to be recorded, because it's all still recorded of us killing an Imperial priest.
Huh, well, you know,
duress.
I'm pretty good with tech, so I'm sure I can get in there and scrub some stuff. Don't worry about it. But that's as if saying...
Yeah, just to be clear here on what we needed to do. We want to trade with this priest guy.
Yep.
There's two kinds of priests. Okay, so there's the priest king.
Yeah, we should just call him king, or priest king.
So there's the priest king, and he's got magic water that gets you high and makes you feel good.
Yes.
Plus side, for sure.
And we want that water because drugs are valuable.
Yes, they are.
They are indeed.
Okay. So, but he wants us to kill some Imperium priests on the planet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I understood what was going on.
That's definitely clear. Moral quandary for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of gray in that. That whole statement you just said is a sea of gray.
Is it gray, though, or is it just making a bad decision to make a lot of money?
Yeah, I don't know how gray that is. To do something bad to get money.
To murder a bunch of innocents to get money.
Oh, I was going to say, isn't that like the heart of the Imperium?
Well, you know, in some places, just places we don't see, which means it's not bad.
Aren't we rogue traders? Isn't that our whole thing? I mean, whatever. You didn't murder Collins way back in the day.
That's true.
Yes.
Didn't do that. And also, I know you guys are constantly distracted by my glistening, beautiful Eldari body, but you might remember that at some point, I used to be one of those Imperial priests. I used to be a man of the cloth, a man of the Emperor burning in my heart, bringing his faith in magic, majesty.
Are you presenting an argument to save the priest or to kill the priest?
I thought that was a cover identity.
It was definitely a cover.
Listen, it doesn't matter. I embodied it fully.
You thought thrones were a religious icon.
No, he tricked people. And to be fair, he tricked people.
Listen, you know, whatever gets anybody through the day, you know, a throne by their desk and makes them feel better. I feel like that's a win.
Daniel, I think you're giving him too much credit into saying that he was tricking people.
I think I could get a little bit more.
He tricked himself first.
He became the mask.
I guess that makes sense.
Listen, if I'm deep in it and I believe it, is it wrong?
Yes.
It's what my character would do, I believe is the phrase that is used by undercover agents all the time.
My character would totally take all this money and kill these innocents.
But just to be clear, like, this isn't undercover. Like, this is to be what we are in the future, right?
What?
to
What?
like keep doing. Like we're not like trying to take an undercover identity and sell this water. We're like trying to do this legit.
I mean, as much as you could sell drugs legit, I don't quite understand what you're saying, to be perfectly honest.
Neither do I.
Well, no, I was saying that you made the undercover comment, like that's the excuse that undercover guys use all the time of this is what my character would do.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not undercover anymore. No, this is just us. This is just us trying to get some money.
Just want to be clear.
Indeed.
Where everyone
now, listen,
stands.
I am obviously very much a real Eldar, and you're very much really a robot man. So we need to make...
And I'm a skull.
And you're a skull. And we need to make this decision as a beautiful Eldari man, a weird robot guy, and a robot skull together.
You know, you keep putting in these weird prefaces in front of
Isn't
yourself.
weird or really not? Maybe I'm getting... You know what? It's the Eldari translation. When I translate from my native language,
You don't even
sometimes it
speak
just,
Eldari.
I speak a little bit, but...
All right, say one thing.
Monki. Got it.
It's
Got it.
Monkai.
I'm pretty sure, actually, I looked this up. Or was
Where?
it a dream? You know those Eldari dreams that you get?
You
I
don't
think
know
it's
how to use.
Monki.
You don't know how to use computers.
Well, that's why I said it was a dream. The Eldari version of computers. Much more sophisticated.
Oh, dream pewters.
Very difficult to hack, I gotta tell you. Now, so we're not gonna kill these guys, right? Like, I'm gonna be clear. We're not doing that, right?
The Imperial Priest.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
But, I mean, we have a dilemma here, because if I know Imperial priests, and I fake know them very well, that they will just keep coming to this planet
Yeah.
if we, like, I don't know, evacuate them, and then, let's say we do, and we get this deal done. They're just going to find out that we evacuated those people at some point, and then the deal's going to get broken off, and Captain Hardin's going to be real pissed about that.
Why would the deal get broken off? Because if we rescue the priest and they come back with the full brunt of the Imperium, then they'll just force them to keep the deal.
So, our alternative to doing this bad thing is to promote imperialism on this world?
I mean, promote imperialism is sort of, kind of what rogue
Our
traders-
job?
I guess. Man, my life choices are all
But
coming
to be
in front
fair,
of me
to
right
be
now.
fair though, if the Empire invades this planet, we lose access to that sweet, sweet water. They probably take
That's
it.
true. No longer going to be a Rogue Trader exclusive deal. That's going to be an Imperium deal.
How would they take it? They have no ships.
The Imperium?
No, the people on the planet controlling the water.
No, they
I
won't.
just-
He's saying the Imperium will just come in and be like, oh, this is ours now.
No.
And no longer the
I'm
Rogue
just saying if
Trader.
the planet gets invaded by the Imperium in this far off futures they're talking about.
We work for the Imperium. We set up the deal. They pay
will,
us.
and they will gladly smile at us and shake our hands and say, great job, and take it over.
Also, I think the priest gives the water, so if the priest doesn't like the Imperium, we might not be able to get
Yeah, they might do some kind of weird, like he might pee in it or something.
You mean
something
King
weird.
Priest?
Maybe
the
that'll
king
work.
priest, right? God, this is
King Priest definitely doesn't like the Imperium. He, in fact, just asked us in open court to murder an Imperial priest. So, yeah, definitely no love.
Well,
of the
remember,
Imperium
whatever you
there.
say in open court can't be held against you. So that's pretty
Yeah.
clear. So now listen, we got to figure
What?
out a strategy for a long-term success. And I mean, we've got to figure out some way, like, is there a way maybe we can bring these people together?
Wait,
right?
hold on. I've just one very simple question,
Uh-huh.
a quandary to the two of you. What happens if we just say no? Just ponder that. If he asks us to kill him and we say no,
then
worst case scenario.
we probably fly to the Eldari temple, get a reading there, and go to another planet.
And then get fired / murdered thanks to Susan's inquiry.
Yeah, we will not have a lot of money. Or at least, and that's not a great look. We're probably on very thin ice going to the next planet.
Okay, I have.
And I don't want to get demoted. I mean,
All right.
that's the best case scenario. Junior treasure hunter?
Hold
That
on.
doesn't sound good at all.
Okay, I feel a little sick to my stomach suggesting this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. What if we asked Susan for advice?
What? You're saying that we should ask the head of business operations of our Rogue Trader vessel to intervene on a very meaningful business deal on this planet?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe?
We also could go over her head and talk to Hardin, maybe.
Ooh, wait, that would probably piss her
Oh,
off,
man.
though, for sure.
Daniel, that would make it so much
Wait a
worse.
second, wait a second,
Oh,
wait a second.
okay. I just thought Hardin liked us.
Hold on a second.
Does he though?
I think he likes us kind of until he talks to Susan.
Yeah, doesn't he more just tolerate us at this point?
Yeah, actually, that might actually be
But here's the thing.
Actually.
If we talk to Susan and Hardin, they're going to do the thing that we know they're going to do. They're going to murder all those Imperial priests, probably.
I mean, we could at least.
They do it secretly
hold
because
on,
they can't
hold
get
on,
back
hold
to the
on.
Imperium.
You gotta say where I'm going here, Jay. I'm trying to set up a paper trail so that if it does go to shit, then we actually can fall back on something.
Set up a scapegoat. I see. Very, very tricky. So we set up Susan.
So your idea is that we murder these people, but make it not our fault.
No, I'm saying that we call Susan, and then if Susan happens to suggest we maybe let them die, then at least we're not at fault for having done so, as opposed to just making a decision and then they being like, well, they were the ones that clearly made the decision.
Right, so this solves our moral quandary. We will feel whole inside because we not only set up Susan, innocent in this scenario, to take the fall on a bad decision, but we've also killed the Imperial people without any fault of our own.
Yeah.
So you would say that we're just following orders?
That's correct. I mean, I feel like we've never really used that one before, but I feel like this is an ample opportunity to do so.
But are you getting more of those 2s and 3s in your 1s and 0s these days?
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Okay, listen. I think all of these options are interesting, but also bad. So I think we need to figure out a way to create a long-term partnership at some level between these Imperial priests and the King priest. I mean, they're both priests at some level, right? We keep confusing them that way. There's got to be some middle ground.
Okay, look, you know me. I'm not against doing a little haggling and swaggling. That's a word, right? I think it is.
Sure it is. Sure it is, Daniel, right? Sure. Just not. He's into something right now.
I can't furrow my brow because I'm just a skull, but...
So, I'm not against talking to them and attempting to negotiate a peace, probably along the lines of, like, if you kill the priest, they're just going to send more and then bigger things, and then that's bad for you and everyone else, which isn't easy to, I think that's easy to convince somebody of, like, that has any experience with the Imperium. In any case, though, I'm also worried of the fact that this king priest guy is, like, potentially the progenitor of the water, and what does that mean exactly?
I don't want to think about it, because I drank some of that water, so, you know, don't want to think about it too long. It's already been too long.
Yeah, you want some more?
No, I don't. Not right now.
No, you do. You
I mean, it was
want
pretty
some
good.
more.
But, again, like, okay, we get them to negotiate, we bring them together. Like, okay, what's the one thing they have in common? They're on this planet.
The
Brutal theocracy?
yeah, I was gonna say the wantingness to subdue the populace.
What if, stay with me on this one, what if we perform a miracle?
I don't have eyebrows because I'm just a skull, but I'm once again furrowing my brow.
Listen,
I have no
what
idea.
if we perform a joint miracle? They're both priests. They have some sort of alignment to, you know, the ways of the universe and how they come together. If we can somehow make the priest king realize that there is some magic to be had by working with the Imperial priests, get a little cohesion there together?
A fascinating supposition. There is an interesting problem, however, which is how do you intend to perform a miracle?
Ah, easy. Cut away. No, I said that. I thought it would save us time so I could think about this.
What?
I don't
not
entirely
how the
have an idea.
time
that's
continuum works.
the old
wait,
Family Guy
wait,
data
I'll
slate.
just lead in, and it goes something like this. You guys can enter in at any time with your ideas for miracles.
Is this like the thing back in the room where you just said montage and then just stood there for like 30 minutes, like imagining a montage?
He was humming to himself.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was working out. I was getting fit. I felt great.
Yeah, Daniel and I definitely thought you had an aneurysm and went catatonic.
No. That's just what we call Eldari vision quests,
You were-
where we close our eyes and montage.
You were unresponsive to stimuli, and
That's why I missed some of the classes.
yeah, that makes
But he
sense.
did get better.
right?
But
That's right. Can't argue with the results. Can't argue with these beautiful results, baby.
what
Now-
results?
Listen, I'm about to tell you. And it's still not working, is it? Okay. All right. If we were to perform a miracle, we've got technology on our side. You've got like projectors and stuff. And I've got
I like how I'm becoming the linchpin of this plan.
We've got a floating skull. They don't see that very often, but they seem unfazed. Also, benefit, a lot of them are on drugs. We could lean into that in a pretty big way to put on one hell of a miracle, air quotes.
I got nothing.
Okay. Here's the thing. We need to figure out, like, what these people care about. Like, do we know of any sort of, like, what is the religion behind this water planet?
We could go
It's not a water
talk
planet.
to them. I feel like we have like a third of a plan.
True. We just need 2 more thirds. We're a third of the way there.
Yeah, it's
almost
definitely
there.
It's definitely not a water
Listen,
planet. It's the exact opposite.
I
in
will
fact.
open it up. Besides performing a miracle, a very easy task, what do you guys think is an alternative that we could get these 2 people together for some kind of long-term benefit? Other option? Create a giant enemy that they can both fight and hate.
I think that the only viable option to get them so that we don't have to kill Imperial Priests and that the Water King Priest guy, if he has any sense, recognizes that this isn't going away, is to make them, assuming he's a logical being, whatever he is, that this gives them a way to empower even more people or gain power over more people.
Or we just don't murder any priests and we go get the map and we leave. Kind of like how like there was that weird eye thing that a version of me is in that says it's going to destroy the galaxy, and we were just like, cool, and then we left.
That's true. We did just leave that whole situation behind.
Daniel, I want to be clear. You may not. This is not an attack on you.
Okay.
But as you do not register emotions like the rest of us, Susan is very scary.
She's very scary. She really is.
Oh, okay.
And
I fear her a lot more than an evil dark star that's going to kill us all eventually.
She might not want us to kill. Maybe we should talk to her. Maybe we could convince her that killing priests is not financially lucrative.
I think we can align all of these ideas together. I think we
Ooh, I'd love to square that circle.
Yeah, here we go. We'll talk to Susan to let her know we got the line on a sweet deal. But remember how I said how we can create an enemy for both of these people to fight over and perform a miracle? Well, they're human. The Imperial priests are human. What do humans love to hate the most? Aliens, baby, pointing at me. I'm an alien. I'm a Xenos Eldari. And what do we have on this planet? An Eldari temple. That, we get the map. And once we got the map, we don't need that temple anymore. We stage a battle against a spooky, evil Eldari evil guy. And the humans band together and destroy it. Bringing them together for the love of hating Xenos.
I mean, hatred of an outsider is a pretty solid way to bring people together,
Yeah.
from what I understand about demagogues.
Yeah, humans love to do that. And so do, like, priests and all of them. They love to get everybody together to hate one thing.
I don't hate this plan.
Upside for you, to get you bought into this, that means they're all going to be gunning for me. Feel better about this?
I mean, it that does make me feel better, yeah. I want to... There's a lot of X factors that go into this, like more than usual, including we have no idea what the condition of the temple is. There might be Eldari there already, and if you remember last time, there were already a bunch of really nasty rangers.
Hey, good news! If there's already Eldari there, we don't need to make a fake Eldari to fight.
Exactly. We can just fight them.
Yeah, but...
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah, but how do we get them to go there? What's the argument for that? Then how do we get the map? And then how is everything not
I
destroyed?
would argue that this is not a plan, this is a goal. But...
There's just a few steps in between to make this work. And we're going to figure them out right now. Okay, let's call Susan.
All right.
Daniel's shutting you off to get the connection.
Okay.
All right, Daniel, got you back on. We're back at the Fluffy Demeanor, and we're trying to get Susan on the line. I mean, it's been ringing for a while.
Well, I mean, we're very important, so I feel like she must be busy with something really critical to not take our call. So.
Do we want the troops in here, or should they...
No, probably not. Hey, Barnaby and Guybrush, if you guys could just step on outside of the Fluffy Demeanor.
Private conversation.
Yeah.
It's really hot out there.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's only going to be for a few minutes, we think.
Minutes.
Yeah,
yes.
don't worry. Just hang out there, kick some sand, just have a good old time.
You got it, sir.
All right, see you soon. And I just closed the hatch. All right. Those two look like they're getting along.
I mean, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, of course. All right, so we got that all sealed up. Just a private conversation between us three and Susan. Ah!
Hey, I'm here too.
Oh my God, Guybrush! Jeez, I completely forgot you were here.
Yeah, there's 2 Guybrushs, remember?
Yeah. I mean, I mostly acknowledge Manbrush.
Definitely, I mean, you have a
I was
lot
gonna
there.
say your whole stash beard thing looked so different. Guybrush, it's great to see you.
Yeah, I'm just been sitting here in the cockpit.
Yes, I can't believe we didn't notice you. It's a very small ship. Listen, we're gonna open up the hatch, and if you just want to step on out there with Manbrush and Barnaby, I think that would be great. They're probably looking for some additional company.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say,
Yeah,
sir.
about the door,
Private
out the door.
conversation real quick.
And here we go, sealing the back up. All right, did we bring any other random people on this ship
Hold on,
that I've
hold
forgotten
on.
about?
Let me look around. All right, I feel like that's it.
Did you check under the seat?
I mean, I didn't, but like, there's not really an under the seat.
I mean, you don't ever check under the seat sometimes? You never worry that sometimes people just squeeze on down there? I stick my hand down there sometimes. I swing it around,
I
just
mean,
to check no one's under there.
I just walked around for 10 seconds. It's not very big in here.
Okay. We should probably... I mean, is she picked up yet? I mean, what the heck? Do we need to call her back? Maybe if we hang up and call back...
Okay, let me try that.
Okay.
It's still ringing.
Okay.
This is Susan.
Hey, Susan, this is the Fluffy Demeanor calling in from the planet with some news.
Yes. What is it? I'm very busy.
Of course you are, and we would never waste your time. Andrew, you want to tell them about what's going on?
Okay, we need some advice.
Okay.
Some business advice, and we know you're very good at business, and we would love your input.
She gives a sort of half smile.
And listen, since this is officially a business meeting, I appreciate radical candor, all right? So just be open and honest with us, and we will give our feedback appropriately. Those classes, paying off, man.
Sure. Yeah, so we found the source of the drug water.
I'm sorry, drug water?
So it's drug water that makes everybody really calm and happy and, like, really compliant.
We found some really marketable drugs on the planet, and we think we could establish a very profitable trade agreement.
That is exciting. Narcotics are very, very useful. Are they addictive? Ooh, I hope they're addictive.
Well, you can ask a user here.
Huh? Did you say something about water?
Yeah, very addictive, as you can tell.
I can't, but sure. So we would ship this is just a narcotic drug that it's just in the water?
It's a part of the water, apparently. It's definitely being controlled by a guy calling himself the King Priest. And
Does he have a name?
He does have a name. His name is Wouter. King Priest Wouter.
And he's agreed to a trade agreement.
Okay.
We could send him supplies and things like that.
There's some hiccups.
Ooh, I don't like hiccups.
First of all, there are some Imperial priests on the planet that they've taken hostage, and in order for us to negotiate further with them, he's asking us to kill them.
Oh,
And
is that it?
I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
So they've already captured them, or?
Well, no, just like a few of them, but there's a whole, temple area where we assume the priests are living comfortably with possibly families,
Okay.
people.
If you give me the coordinates, we can blast that from orbit.
Right, of course, but there is one more hiccup.
I mean, to be clear, I would need you guys to reconnoiter the site, make sure you you disable any communication equipment before we make the strike, to make sure that no message
course.
gets out to the greater Imperium.
And that's the last hiccup, is that the communications equipment it's real advanced and possibly underground, so we're gonna need a little bit more time to suss it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think this is a good time to step in. They're very backwards, or by appearance wise backwards, but they clearly have access to the terraforming technology that used to be here.
Oh, by the way, I was referring to the priests, but he, I assume, was referring to the King Priest
yes.
Wouter.
Yes. There's kind of like a compounded effort going on. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Their communications technology, the
Finally,
priests,
God.
is very high. That'll take some time to work out.
Okay,
To
well,
disable.
do your stealth stuff, disable that. We can't let the ecclesiarchy know that we killed some of their boys, but if we can get a profit, this is a great way to do it.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page there. Also, if we find out somehow that this guy is manipulating the terraforming tech that used to be there, do we just attempt to take it, or do we keep this pawn in power and deal with him?
So, can he supply drugs?
Yes. He's not super keen with working for the Imperium since he took priests hostage, I feel.
Well, we're not the Imperium. We're rogue traders. That's our whole thing.
True. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's all on the table.
Yep, this was all very straightforward, and your business acumen is razor sharp as always, Susan. So we're going to get back to doing that stealth and figuring out the communications so we can kill some innocents. All right.
Yeah, and maybe you could even just give me a sample of the water. We might be able to duplicate it.
I do actually have a sample. I can send them up right now with the sample. If
Yeah,
you
who do
would
we got?
like
We got
that.
like one or who do we still have down here with us? We got like one or two people.
Two for sure.
Yeah, two for sure. I think we've got down here, so we can send one of them up. Yeah, they can probably operate this ship. We'll be good, Susan. We'll send one of those up to you, and you can run some analyses, and that would be good information for us.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good talking to you, boys. Make sure we get those drugs, I guess. Or if you could find me something else on that planet, that'd be great, too. Don't take too long.
Oh my God! I thought we were bad people.
That was just right to the throat.
I mean, like, by comparison, were we bad in considering accepting a deal with a drug dealer for killing a man, this is just getting really hard to...
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, the good news is we've got a backup.
Yeah, if we ever become rogue traders, like full-on rogue traders, we might operate differently, but we do kind of work for these people.
I would feel that we would, right? Like, I mean, like, I'm mostly machine at this point, but there's still enough human of me to have a problem with most of this.
I agree. And as an Eldari, I feel for all people. So...
What?
Yes, even these priests and these weird water people.
What is going on?
Yes, I've got
Are
clarity
you drinking
now.
more water?
I smuggled some into my bag and feeling good.
Give me that.
Oh, come on.
We're putting this with the sample going up with them.
All right.
Hold
okay.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Arms against the wall.
Uh-huh. Like this?
Legs spread.
Like this?
Sure, like that.
Like this?
No, just stay still
This
for
is
a
pretty
second.
fun, I gotta say.
I rifle through your pockets. Do I have to do a check to see if I find more stashed
No,
water?
You can. Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you what falls out of my pockets.
Is this an investigation? What is
I mean,
this?
he could make a conceal or stealth check.
Is he going to, though? He's
No.
high on water.
No, I'm high on water, baby.
Okay.
That H2O is running through my system.
So you had more water, BT Dubs?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
So what kind of check am I doing here, Daniel?
Difficulty 3 to just search him. It's an easy test.
Investigation? One of my strongest abilities. What was it? A difficulty 3?
Yeah.
I fail. I only have a 3.
I would say that you ruffle around my pockets for a second. The first thing you pull out is a smoke bomb, and it explodes inside the fluffy demeanor. Oh, man. Oh. No, but I don't have any more water. This is... We need to open a window in here.
Why are you coughing? Your mask is on.
What?
There's a pounding on the hatch from outside.
It just unlock the door and slide it down. The back hatch.
The smoke comes out. Are you guys okay in there?
We're just fine.
Yeah, totally fine. Totally good.
Listen, Manbrush, you're gonna have to take this sample. Don't imbibe any of it.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to take the fluffy demeanor and fly it back up to the ship and give it to Susan directly.
All right. Are we leaving you here?
You're gonna have to leave us here temporarily.
Do you want me to drop you off somewhere?
I mean, we're just gonna go back to the town. It'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we should fly into town because it might suppress some people.
Yeah,
And that's no good.
yeah.
Man, Bruce, by the way, if you can give me that sample just for a moment.
No,
I'm just gonna take a look at it.
don't. If anything, don't.
By
give
the
it to
way,
him
Jay,
ever.
you no longer suffer the effects of fear for a period of time.
Don't you know it? I never have. Never will again. Riding them highs.
All right, it's very important that you don't drink any of this, Manbrush. I mean, we're going on code of honor here. Also, never give it to him, no matter what happens.
Belay that order. Man brush.
I pushed Jay out of the shuttle.
Oh, okay.
And then Immediately close the hatch. Has Guybrush gotten on as well? I have not.
Yeah,
noticed.
everybody's on.
Guybrush was here too?
All right, and I just give the thumbs up. They can't see me do it, and then I just start grabbing Jay and walking back towards the village.
Oh, where are we going?
Oh,
right, we got to perform a miracle.
no, we're not doing that at this point.
It's okay, I'm feeling it. The Eldari will flow through me. I got this.
So we make our way back to the village.
You don't need to. Okay, you're not quite. To be clear on the level of addiction that you have, having a second drink now makes you feel really great and you're immune to fear. However, you don't need to make checks to not drink the water. It just seems really nice to drink the water.
Of course it
If
does.
you continue to drink it, you might need to start making checks to prevent yourself from drinking the water.
Fair,
But,
Daniel. No,
yeah.
that's good. That's real talk, and I need to hear that. I need to
Yeah.
hear that from a friend. And you're a friend, Daniel. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Oh, man,
You're a friend too, Andrew.
We're gonna have to
I
have,
like
like-
both of you guys a
It's
lot.
gonna be like our 5th intervention.
It's
There's some
really bright out
serious
here.
Boundary issues going on here.
Okay, so where should we go first, huh? What do you guys think?
Should we just tie him up at the gate? Like, I feel like that's our only option. Because I was gonna go and check like the communications equipment at like.
Well, because the Imperial priests aren't here. Like, they're in the desert.
Making a sand angel. Look at my hands, making sand angels.
I just grab him with my power armor arm and just start dragging him
All
through
right,
the
okay,
desert.
all right, cool. All right, just dusting this off. Don't
I
worry
mean, we
about
could
it.
hire maybe like one of the local guides to take us there or something. I mean, you just sent the shuttle away. We could call it back, I guess.
Hold on, Daniel. Jay, you just stand over there for a second.
Just right over here.
Just right over there. Just chill. Just
Okay.
chill. Okay.
All right.
Daniel, I need a huddle up real quick.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to let Jay, who's super chill right now, kill the priest that guy wants us to kill? Because he'd be super okay with it. And I wouldn't be, and I don't want to be responsible for that. Does that make me a bad friend? I'm pretty sure it does, but I'm just going to pretend it doesn't.
Whoa.
We're all best friends.
Well, again, the issue is we need to go check out what any sort of communications equipment that they have and disable them. Unless we just want to take the chance that we'll wipe them all out. The other priests, won't hear about it in the rest of the Imperium.
God, there's so much wrong with all of this.
Look, as long as nobody finds out, it's fine.
Daniel, I need a soul search here. I know you're a skull, but, like, is it okay? Is there some other plan that we can come up with that doesn't involve mass murder?
Again, we could just go look at the map and then leave.
You're forgetting about the scary Susan part, Daniel. Always. Why do we have to keep reminding you?
Well, there was our goal of pitting the priests and the locals together against an imagined Eldari threat.
Listen, he's just zoning out over there. Real talk, he won't remember. Was there any chance of success with that?
I mean, who knows? There might actually be things that threaten people on this planet outside of imagined Eldari. What planet have we been to where there aren't monsters?
Wow, that's a really good argument.
There's a hole over here. I'm gonna swim down it. I'll be back in a minute.
He'll be fine. All right.
It must be reacting with this Eldari physiology very differently than humans, because these humans don't seem to be so energetic in their weird way.
No,
the
they're
reaction to this water.
They're really just chill. They
Yeah.
kind of just sit there.
It's a
and
lot
drink.
deeper than I thought it would be.
Should we see what he's doing, or is he just digging?
Nah, he's fine.
Okay.
I think we should just continue on to the city. I'm just like, I have his tracking note from his suit. I'm like, his vitals look okay. All right, we can keep going.
All right, and we go back over to Che. What have you been doing? Are you just digging a hole?
I'm digging a hole. Just digging a hole. I found a hole, but I made it bigger.
Oh,
And
okay.
now, bigger hole.
Jay, we got to go.
Here's my thought. Animal comes back, had a smaller house before, now, much bigger house. We could do this all over the planet.
And your
Bring
scent.
them together. All the small animals, bigger houses.
Wait, wasn't there giant like disturbances in the desert we saw on approach?
There were people there were big dead seas in the desert that we saw on our approach. They said there were some people that live in the desert. We were getting some weird readings from the mountains where the temple is.
I thought we saw something getting kicked up out there, like loose scanners wise. Is there animals on this planet, Daniel? Tell me right now.
I mean,
You made a very loose comment about there being no planets with monsters on them. and I'm very suspicious of you now. Do you know something about monsters on this planet?
I don't know. I'm just making an educated guess that there are monsters on this planet. We could ask the people here if there are monsters on this planet.
Oh, so this is just like a law of averages.
Yeah, it's a law of averages thing. Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, I don't know if there are monsters on this planet. I just assume that there are probably monsters on this
Jay,
planet.
let's get going.
I peed in the hole. I really had to pee, and it was right there. I feel really bad.
All right, Jay, we're going.
No, okay. Oh yeah, sure.
Follow.
Okay.
I just take a small piece of twine, or not a small piece, a length of rope out of my bag and tie it around his waist and then put it around my waist.
It's like a.
Yeah, we're connected now. It's like we're one being. Let's go.
We're one
Oh,
strand.
wow. One strand together. This
Yeah.
is great.
And we walk to the village.
All right. It's less of a village and more of a like
city.
city. It is a city. I mean, it's no hive, but it is a city.
I mean, I thought we were doing, an averages thing, Daniel. This is a like a little hovel. Is that the word? Hovel. This is a hovel compared to what we've seen.
Isn't a hovel just like one house?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Okay, but this is a. And as we approach the gates, the guards just sort of look down and nod and say like,
Yo.
"Hello again, travelers."
Yo. And we just keep walking.
Well, there are closed gates.
Let us in.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just open up the gates.
Wow, that's security on this place, man. All right. All right.
Jeez. Hey, why am I tied up? What the heck is going on here?
It's part of the miracle
Can
plan.
you untie me?
No, we're
What the
going
hell
to
is
keep going.
this? What do you mean? What do you mean this is part of the miracle
I
plan?
mean, it's just around your waist, so like you
I'm
can.
going to untie this. Well, what is this? God, I feel dehydrated.
You know what you do when you're dehydrated.
Yeah. Do you think there's any water around here we could pick up or get something, or just a little drink, just a little sippy sip?
I mean, here's some water. Can I bring out some provisional water?
Yeah,
to
you
give
guys
him?
brought your own water.
Oh, there we go. Okay, just unscrew the cap. Yeah, feels good. It's good old classic water.
Yeah, just keep sipping that.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Just that.
Okay.
Don't refill it.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna drink any of that. I see what's going on here. I'm good, guys. I'm not gonna have any more of that water. I promise.
Do you have any water on you currently?
No.
I mean, we checked him.
Yeah. All you found was that smoke bomb. That's all I've got in my pockets.
I assumed you checked him thoroughly, so.
I want to do an opposed check.
What? Whoa.
Deception.
Whoa, what do you mean? What are you checking my pockets for?
We're in the middle of town.
Yeah, hold on. We gotta be chill. We gotta be cool, everybody. Just relax. Okay. So we're back in town.
So I take...
What do we want to do now that we're in town?
Well, we need to figure out, like, the history of this place. Like, is there an enemy they actually remember or know of, right? If we're going to create some big thing that they have to be against, like, is there actually something that exists here that maybe we can, kind of spin our way?
I want to point out that I took my canteen back so that if I see him drinking anything, we know that it's not the canteen I gave him.
Doesn't he have his own canteen?
He does not.
I do. Wait, where's my canteen? I thought I brought it with me.
The canteen was, in fact, the thing I took from him in the ship and then gave to Guybrush to give to Susan as the sample.
Damn it. I must have left it somewhere. Well, maybe we should ask some of the people around here. They're all pretty chill and open about stuff, right?
Yeah, this looks like sort of a market, but it's a relatively quiet market compared to most markets I've seen, even on, like, less technologically developed worlds. So some people talk to each other in a low volume and exchanging goods with each other and stuff like that.
That person over there?
Yeah, let's talk to that person. So I walk up to, I guess, someone selling one of their, like, fruits or wares.
Well, they don't have a lot of fruit here.
What? On a desert planet?
Yeah. There's somebody who's selling a glass jewelry.
So I go up, hey, this is some incredible glass jewelry you've got here.
Thank you.
This is, what do these shapes represent? They're all kind of swirly.
Each one of these represents this is the life-giving water that the Father, Priest King, gives all of us.
Of course, yeah.
And these are smaller ones that we have to represent the other Priest Kings on the planet. There are several cities on this planet, all represented by the different kings. Ours is, of course, larger, and it sort of oversees all the other ones. Oh. But this is we occasionally get travelers, and I can give them these.
Oh, wow, that's really nice. I'm looking for a real specific kind of glassware to put in my home. I'm looking for something with a little bit more of like an edge, like a deep history, but like maybe like a little spooky, you know what I'm saying? Got any like kind of creatures or things like that? I got a kid who just loves that stuff.
You like to be scared?
Well, I don't, but my kid loves some of the spooky stuff. So like if you've got like any like kind of like, ooh, I've got like teeth and stuff, you know, like I think that kid would really love that.
I mean, we are always protected by the priest king as long as we stay inside the city walls.
Of course, I mean, but let's say somebody went outside the city walls. Not you, not anybody here, because they would never do that. But if they went outside the city walls, I mean, what could you blow in terms of glass that would represent what's outside the city walls?
Well, they're the Sandmen. They live outside the light of the priest kings. They are just other humans. It's unclear how they survive without the water, but maybe they have other access to other water or something. Besides that, there are tales of the dwellers in the heights who live in the mountains, but besides that, it's mostly the priest king keeps them from our cities, and we are safe.
Dwellers in the heights. Any details around these dwellers in the heights? Clearly a very nefarious crew of people, I would assume.
They are ancient beings that live in the mountains, and they exist outside of the water. They need no water.
That sounds pretty sacrilegious if I'm saying it out loud.
Yes.
Yeah, so
But they do not threaten us, for we have the water.
But what would happen if they did threaten you?
And they wouldn't.
But if they did, like we're talking hypothetical.
yeah, we're talking about glass blowing here. I mean, it's pretty, safe space.
She's looking at you confused. No, we would never be threatened. The priest king protects us.
Of course. Right, silly question. Thank you for your time, and I'll come back later if you decide to blow a mountain dweller.
Jesus Christ.
The shape of one. All right, I'll see you later.
The dwellers in the heights?
Yeah, the dwellers in the heights. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. It's pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, too.
I didn't get your name, but it's fine.
Just walk away. So that's some interesting information. So clearly, guys, let's huddle up. Let's stay away from these people. So clearly we've got some information that there might be actual Eldari up there, or at least they think there are, like remnants of them maybe.
Or something. I mean, that's where the Eldari Temple is, or we think it is. I mean...
Well, that's where the scan said it was somewhere in the mountains.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense that they would have some there, but...
So here's my thought on how we can maybe put the rest of this plan together, right? So the priest...
Again, this is more of a goal than a plan.
Yes, now... We need the priest king to see that the imperial priests are actually on his side, that they're actually working towards the same goal, the goal being defeat scary dwellers in the heights, right? So, my idea is this. If we can somehow create a disturbance, looking at you, Andrew, with your projectors and all your doodads, up in the heights, we can say, oh my goodness, there's dwellers up in the heights, and then you and I, dressed as imperial priests, will go up, huzzah, save the day, take out the quote-unquote dwellers in the heights, and guess what? It's kumbaya for everybody.
Who's going to watch us take out the dwellers in the heights?
Yeah, everyone seems really chill over here, and they don't want to go there.
Well, we got to disrupt their chill. We got to, put
how?
them on tilt a little bit.
How?
Maybe the priest king, and maybe some of the other ones could be...
I feel like the priest king is the only option because they're literally drinking water that makes them not on tilt.
That's it. We've got to disrupt the water supply to the people. We've got to put the one thing that they have at risk. We put it at risk, they will freak out, the king will freak out, the imperial priests will step in, stop the dwellers in the heights, and then we got alliances, baby.
Okay, that does make sense. I don't like to point out too many flaws in the plans, and yet I do it anyway.
Do that. This all is pretty seamless so far.
So you say we disrupt their creation of water.
Yes.
How do they create the water, and therefore how would we disrupt it? I feel like there are some blanks in this plan.
Is a mystery that we're just about to solve. On the case!
All right, where are we starting?
Are we going to sneak into the palace? Is that the idea?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And then where do we look?
Near the piping? Do they have piping in there?
It's coming out of a fountain.
Okay, so underneath the fountain.
Yeah, there's a fountain in the castle.
I mean, there's got to be a way that they can access where the water's coming from. Well, we've got to assume that this king didn't just tap oil.
I've been seeing people coming with like water bearers coming from the temple.
So we sneak in, follow the water bearers to wherever this sacred fountainy area is, and we figure out where the source is.
Try and get under it or something?
Wait a second. We sent a batch of that to Susan. Maybe they can see, like, what are some of the properties that are contributing to this narcotic, and maybe there's a way that we could temporarily disrupt said narcotic.
Ooh. We'd have to give Susan a call to see if they've done any work on it.
Is a scary thought, but we could understand some of the chemical properties, and you do your techno magic, and we disrupt the chemical properties for a little while to freak them out.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess I can just call Susan and see if there's any results.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Is it ringing?
It's ringing
It's
again.
ringing. Flexible demeanor, Aaron Henley speaking.
Hello, Aaron. We would like to speak with Susan.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was you two gentlemen. Let's see here.
How's your day going, by the way?
Please hold.
Okay.
That's I guess Susan, when we're not talking from the fluffy demeanor, they don't know that it's us. We don't get the direct line.
You didn't. They don't have your signal built in.
I mean, they did.
Did you scrub your signal for some reason?
No, they...
But she might just not want to talk to us. It's just
Well, we just sent her a really nice gift. I mean, drugs.
I didn't tell you this, but Hardin was kind of upset when we called his office directly that one time.
Oh, yeah. We've done that a few times.
yeah, it was kind of presumptuous of us, and now that we've kind of not made a lot of money, we're kind of on the outs.
Man. Direct contact.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. All right, this is Aaron again. Yeah. Susan will be with you in just a moment.
okay.
Just, may I ask the purpose of this call?
This is to find out if she had any results from the water sample we gave her.
Water sample. Okay, I will let her know. She's in a very important meeting at the moment, but she'll be with you as soon as possible.
Of course, it's really important, Aaron, so if you could communicate that to her, that would be great. Lot of money. Put, like, dollar signs.
Everything that Susan does is very important.
Yeah, okay.
Put us on hold again. I mean, I guess we just sit here.
Yeah, I guess so. Whoa, what is that? Is that the hold music? That's really strange. Okay.
Yeah, boys, what do you need?
Oh, hello, Susan. We were wondering if you had any results with the tests of the sample that we gave you.
Yeah, I had the boys in the lab take a look at it, and I don't know where you got this, but it has psyker something or other in it. Psyker residue. It's being created by some sort of warp infused or something.
Warp infused water.
Yeah.
I drank that.
Okay, so
Twice.
a few questions. First, does that make it no longer usable to us?
It probably makes the source more... if the source is literally a person who is a psyker, that means that we need to keep the source very happy. It looks like the source that... it's unclear exactly what the particles in here will do outside of the narcotic effects. We're still looking at that. We would need to test it over a long-term exposure. Unfortunately, once psychic emanations are involved, it's hard to do hard science on it.
Great.
Here's the thing. As long as we don't take it, doesn't matter what the side effects are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep. Who would do that? Twice.
Is there anything else? Have you been able to destroy those priests yet? Or at least investigate the
We're
communications?
working on the communications right now. We were just obviously wanted to check in on how the results went for the
We're
water.
We're putting all the ducks in a row so that it all falls into place, and then it makes us a lucrative profit.
Yeah, we're looking for a big, long gaggle, and once we've got that gaggle, we are going to close the business.
Always good to talk to you.
Okay, all right.
So the antidote plan is out the door.
Yeah, I imbibed psychic emanations.
I mean, this may explain, Daniel, why it was affecting him so strangely.
Yeah.
We Eldari are so in tune with the psychic ways that I could have done something weird to my psychic dar or whatever I used.
I mean, it definitely did some weird things.
I mean, I remember some of it. I was acting fairly normally. I felt just really calm most of the time.
Yeah, peeing in holes and stuff.
What? I peed in a hole? Whose hole?
Well, you said it was an animal's hole that you were
I
expanding.
peed on animals?
Oh, in the hole at least. Probably its home.
I don't know if there were even any animals. I think it might have just been a
Hallucination? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Listen. I probably definitely didn't do that, but we should... Wait a second. If this is being produced by a psyker, and we got to keep the psyker happy, then we have just got to piss off a psyker. And then we can disrupt the water flow, create a problem, and then present a solution. I think that is how we solve this.
Again, what is the solution?
The solution is we kidnap this psyker, take him out of the temple, the water stops working, the magic Imperium priests know how to fix it against the denizens in the heights or whatever they were.
What?
And then they run up there, you and I dressed as priests, swing some swords around, make some firework effects, return said unconscious psyker, water returns to normal, bing, bada, bang, boom. Actually, you know what? The denizens of the heights are the one that kidnapped the psyker. That's what happens. That's how we solve it.
I think you skipped a couple steps there, but breaking into the palace might be a good idea to figure out what this psyker business is.
I mean, we should at least... okay, we're going to keep that in our back pocket. Okay, that's a good...
What's in our front pocket?
That's a good, B plan.
Guns.
Maybe C. I think a good first step plan is to just go into the temple and know for sure where the water is coming from.
But secretly, because they're not going to tell us.
Secretly. And then, because I feel like your plan involves maybe kidnapping the king priest, Woter. His name sounds so much like water. But, maybe kidnapping him, and he is rumored to be able to control water, and there's this stuff in your body that's called water, and I feel like that may not be the best plan.
I think this is going to go great. I think we've got the makings of the best plan ever.
All right. Well, we should maybe wait till nightfall and then we'll bust into the palace, right?
Sounds good. Daniel, gonna shut you down and get ready for tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It appears our boys have a plan. Well, more like a goal. Listen, it's not very good, but it is slightly better than mass murder. With their goal set, can they succeed? Tune in next time to find out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as game master. And if you've enjoyed this episode, why not leave us a rating and review on iTunes? It would be most appreciated. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Music in this episode was produced by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Are you interested in more episodes of Wrath and Story? And I don't mean what we have here on our regular feed. I'm talking about secret episodes. I'm talking about bonus adventures. Well, for more content and these bonus episodes, check out our Patreon. Every pledge helps to support the show and unlock new and exciting opportunities. You can check out other similar podcasts on partialarc.com, such as Roll to Seize, a podcast all about the wargame Warhammer 40k and its universe. You can tune into Roll to Seize every final Wednesday of the month. And if you're looking for another actual play podcast with plenty of humor and adventure, check out Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Wrath and Story, but set in the fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons & Dragons. There you may recognize the familiar voice of Jay Jones, and occasionally you'll hear Andrew and Daniel drop by the show as well, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. And if you have any questions for Daniel and the boys, send them an email at wrathandstory@gmail.com. That's with the "and" spelled out. We may even answer them on one of our next episodes, so stay tuned. Until next time, goodbye.